Good morning, it's Dr. James. Hey, I hope you're off to a great start this morning. I'm so grateful to see you. Thank you for your time and thank you for your energy. And today, I simply want to blow your mind. I want to blow your mind with this guy's mind. This guy right here, and a little bit of background on this gentleman and why today is so special for you and I. We're going to use his story to tell us how we're all going to create our own gritty hero's journey. If you have allowed something historically to define who you are today, something that didn't work out in your childhood, something that worked out in a bad relation, a bad job, a bad boss, something in your life that is today still defining you and holding you back. Or are you in a space where you're saying, gosh, you know what? I am not going to allow anything that's historically been in my life, that's allowed me to dim my light, that's allowed me to play, if you will, play small in my life. I'm going to absolutely remove that. Today is the day. I'm going to share with you a little bit about this gentleman right here. And you may recognize this guy. It's Charlie Chaplin. Charlie Chaplin, when he was 13, his dad left the family because he was an alcoholic, and he was gone and no longer to be seen. His mom was institutionalized when he was 13 and put away for the rest of her life because she had a mental illness. So Charlie Chaplin did what few people would ever think of doing. He joined the circus. And he became a performer in the circus at age 13, and it helped him to sustain himself and take care of himself. And he became very good at his craft in the circus. So good, in fact, that he moved on to Hollywood and became an actor, a self-taught actor, went on to Hollywood as a teenager after a few years in the circus. And he became very good at acting. And the different studios he was working for, he became such a popular actor that he became one of the very best and most famous. However, every time that he went to ask the people who own the studio if he could be paid more money so he could support himself at the level he should be compensated at, they said, no way. And then he was promptly fired. He went on to the next studio, and he did the same thing. He built his name even bigger, more successful, more success, more happiness, except for the fact that every time he built happiness, there was someone outside of him who said, you know what? No, I'm not going to pay you more, or no, you're not that good. And they kept on, if you will, backing him down, pushing him down, trying to hold him down. And then he did what few people would ever think of doing at that time. He decided, along with some other actors, to build their own studio called United Artists, arguably one of the most famous studios, and still today, one of the most powerful and famous studios in the entire world. Charlie Chaplin started that with some of his friends. And you know, I read about Charlie Chaplin because it was a time in my life when I was looking at how it is that I've allowed certain things, certain people, certain experience to define me, and about how I went into each and every day. That was always going to be my filter of whether or not I thought I could accomplish what I want to. And the more I started reading about Charlie's journey, this is literally 30 years ago, I thought to myself, you know what? I'm going to follow his lead. And there are three things that Charlie Chaplin really, really taught me about not allowing something outside of ourselves to define who we are today. Something that happened in our history to not allow itself to seep into our life today. And if you are in a place where I think many of us are, sometime in our life, or maybe more than we'd like to, we say to ourselves, I'm not going to be held hostage by that no longer. So here's the interesting thing that he said. First thing I want to share with you about Charlie Chaplin and his journey to success. Number one, he said, give no one the keys to your self-esteem, your self-respect, or to your happiness. Give no one the keys to that. You alone should have the keys. Number two, he said, improve your competence in what you love to do. Improve your competence in what you love to do. What do you love to do? What could you do today that would allow you to gain more freedom? Because ultimately, he said, the more that he allowed himself to love his acting, to love to make people laugh, and he learned how to do that better, that competence was what made him fall in love with his life. Not the outcome and more money. It was his competence in doing what he loved to do. And thirdly, he said, improve your freedom by improving yourself. Improve your freedom by improving yourself. So, you know what? This guy was a gritty hero who never allowed what was going outside of him to define what was going on inside of him. His desire to give no one the keys to what brought him the greatest sense of self, freedom, and self-respect never ever got defined by anybody else. And number two, he improved his competence every single day in what he loved to do. And number three, That's what gave him his freedom. So today, you and I get an opportunity to follow Charlie's love lead and create the life that we love. Freedom is yours, freedom is mine, each and every day, that we become gritty heroes and we pursue a life that we love. And in that, we create a life that we love. So with that, much love and many blessings, deep respect and gratitude to this beautiful man and to you as well. Peace and love. Have an awesome day. Bye-bye.